All right, last two teams, Shane. Let's jump to the state of Mississippi real quick. Where let's start in Starkville. Where just wanted to get your thoughts on this, Shay, because these comments went pretty viral from Mike Leach, and I don't know that this was directed specifically at Martin Emerson, their starting corner, but he declared for the draft and he's off to the NFL. And Leach was asked about bowl opt-outs, and hey, God bless him, man. He does not hold anything back in these press settings.
You said you don't expect many opt-outs, or you said you don't know who to expect who might opt out for the bowl game, but if you had to guess, would you say that Charles will play in the game? Because a lot of guys that are projected top 7 or 6 sometimes end up opting out of that game.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he'll do, but you finish what you start. You've got an obligation to the place that helped build and develop you, and finish it out in the bowl. I mean, that's part of it. You owe it to the team, you owe it to the fans, you owe it to the coaches, and it's the most bizarre thing in the world to me. Somebody says, "Well, I can't play. I can't play one more." They think they're going to have a storied 10-year NFL career, and then they can't play one more college game. Well, that's ridiculous. I mean, guys will go to the NFL and they make the Pro Bowl, then they'll play in the Pro Bowl. I mean, no, it's one of the biggest absurdities that I've seen, and it's selfish too.
All right, Shane, so I just wanted to ask you your thoughts on this. I'll give you mine real quick because, I just saw everybody and their mother bashing Mike Leach for making these comments, and I kind of get it because, we're in the era of the transfer portal, and players have more and more power and more rights, and they deserve everything that's coming to them because they work so hard. And I certainly think in years past, you could say they were certainly taken advantage of it in many ways, not in all ways, but in some ways. But at the same time, Shane, there's a lot of people I saw that said, hell, he's 100% right. And I agree with everything he said. And this is just one of these topics, Shane, where either you're like, oh, you're either on this side or you're on that side. And there's no gray, even though we live in a world of gray. And there's some truth to what Mike Leach said. He's got to be a little careful, I think, because you don't want to piss off recruits and your own players, your own coaches and all that. But I don't know. I just appreciate the fact that Mike Leach will go out here and say it. He's not giving you a coach speak. He's telling you exactly what he thinks, right or wrong, whether you agree with him or disagree with him. I don't think he gives a damn what anybody says about his opinions. And I got to give him a credit for that, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, bowl games were it, man. There was no opt-outs. Everything was on the line for that bowl game. So some of the best football games I've ever watched were bowl games, two teams that typically don't face each other. So I love them, and I'm 100% behind this. Now, in years past, I understand it. You're going to the league, yada, yada, yada. You want to, some of them say, hey, it's a 7-win season. Who cares? It's not a big bowl game. It's not a big deal. I'm going to the NFL. I don't want to get hurt because we've seen players get hurt in this thing. But, things are shifting, man. I mean, kids are paid now. I mean, what if I paid you, Mike, to work all year long, and then it comes up in December, you say, you know what? I think I'm going to take this month off. I'm going to come back in January. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. It's one thing if I gave you a free ride to college, but now we're looking at these NIL deals and people getting paid. They're paying you. So it's like, I mean, it's sports, man. It's basically professional sports. We're paying to play. So sitting out, is that not a little bit controversial there? If you know what I'm saying, taking your paycheck, go to the house. So I don't know. I've always been one of those guys that you lay it out, because there's a lot of players on that team that will never get to play another snap of football. That is their last opportunity, and they would love to go out victorious. You never want to lose on a loss, because I did, Mike. I'm telling you, man, I'm still hurt when I see Bearden, when I drive through that area, because they crushed my soul and it was my punter's fault. But whatever, that's what happened. So, but you never want to go out on a loss, and I think it's just big for those kids. And if you got players, guys that you went through 2 days with, that you put the blood, sweat, and tears in, just opting out. I mean, it's just not fair. I don't think, but I get it. There's a whole other side of this, and I don't think it should be black and white. I do think there should be some gray here, and obviously if you're a first round pick, probably top 5, top 10, I get it. And you're going to whatever bowl out of, Del Rio, it doesn't matter. Then I understand that. But if you're a third round, a second round, fourth round, anything like that, then come on, play the damn bowl game.